完蛋了！人家对你川普的不确定性认为带来的衰退，绝对不是你川普想象。所有的金融资产都会跌，包括黄金，包括虚拟货币。人家不会买美债嘛？你美债殖利率高，就是美元危机了。贝森特把这个资料拿给川普看，
下单，
那知道哦，完蛋了，怎么殖利率升高呢？而且是连续飙3天，是日本人干的。
因为他大卖美债嘛，
是大家预期一个很大的衰退，所以这次就很严重，
是很严重。债市跌，股市跌，然后呢，美元的部分现在也被说，因为有受到很大的影响，所以美元汇市这一块也跌。所以你怎么看？股汇债三杀，
债跟汇是联动的啦。
对，
哦，所以因为美股跌了不起，就是影响民众的荷包嘛。嗯。可是美债跌就是美元危机了。
对啊，
就表示人家不会买美债嘛。 因为你美债殖利率高，哦，我们说它飙到4.488啊，
对，
这事实上是什么意思啊？
对，什么意思？
因为美国各种利率都是以10年期美债为基准，所以也就是说，我现在跟人家借钱，那就是至少是4.488。
哦，很高呢。
不，这是至少。
至少啊。
会 mark up。
哦 ，OK。
会 mark up。美国的房地产事实上现在是7到8% 嘛。 啊，就是房贷了。那你去想啊，我如果买10年期美债，我就有4.488的年度报酬，那我为什么要买股票？
不要啊，现在震荡成这样。
是啊，那我干嘛冒那个风险？所以股市的钱就会往固定资产移动，这个是经济学定律啦，谁也改变不了。
对啊，所
以我听说那一天啊，那天就是。 贝森特把这个资料拿给川普看，
下单。那
川普基本上是看得懂啊，知道哦，完蛋了，怎么殖利率升高呢？嗯，而且是连续飙3天。
对
哦，那后来也查出来了啦，是日本人干的啦，
因为他大卖美债嘛。
而且因为那个时间是东京时间，那个时候美国已经盘后了，所以美国那个时候交易非常的清淡，所以才会立即影响价格。 因为美债一天的交易量是1.5到2兆美元啊，所以你要影响价格是非常困难的。
很大呢。
结果那个时间刚好是东京时间，那美国的投入比较少，所以我听说是从4.21直接拉到4.4多了。
那很多、
把那个把贝森特吓坏了啊！其实真的不是中国大陆，中国大陆可能有卖，可是主要是日本啊，而且。 为什么认定是日本？因为连日本的长债也是殖利率暴增，它是2个都暴增，啊，那这个当然就联动了很多对冲基金就投入嘛。对，因为我跟你讲，很多对冲基金啊是赌美债会涨的，你知道吗？是啊，所以有一家就因为这样破产，他赌60倍，60倍赌美债会涨，你看你怎么办？哦，因为真的。 有一阵子，因为我们习惯的金融的知识啦，我们都会觉得说，美股如果跌啊，那大概钱会跑到债市嘛，对啊，对不对？除非是美股的跌是大家预期一个很大的衰退，那就所有的金融资产都会跌，对，包括黄金，对，包括虚拟货币，那这次不就这样吗？对啊，所以这次就很严重，是很严重，就说人家对你川普的不确定性。 认为带来的衰退，绝对不是你川普想象的。
Mr. Trade Representative, are you aware that the tariffs have been paused?
I am, yes.
When were you made aware of that?
Well, I understood the decision was made a few minutes ago. It's
sitting here
under discussion.
Sitting here under discussion. So did you know that that this was under discussion, and why did you not include that as part of your opening remarks?
So typically what I don't do is divulge the contents of my discussions with
What are the
President
details of the pause?
Well, my understanding is that because so many countries have decided not to retaliate, we're going to have about 90 days.
No, excuse me? China increased their tariffs on the United States. Trump blinked.
What's the blink, sir?
What do you know about this pause? What are the details of it?
Well, the details, as I understand it, is that China continues to retaliate. Other countries didn't retaliate. The president 2 or 3 days ago said we wanted to negotiate with those countries that asked for that asked for meetings. That's what we're doing.
What are the
We've had
details?
discussions.
How long is the pause? How many days? How many weeks?
I understand it's 90 days. I haven't spoken to the president since I've
So
been
the
in this
trade
hearing.
representative hasn't spoken to the president of the United States about a global reordering of trade.
Yes, I have. I've
And
just
yet
been in the hearing with you, sir.
But yet he announced it on a tweet. WTF? Who's in charge?
The president of the United States is in charge.
And what do you know about those details?
Well, as I mentioned,
It looks like your boss just pulled the rug out from under you and paused the tariffs, the taxes on the American people. There's no strategy. You just found out 3 seconds ago, sitting here, we saw you.
we've been discussing a
If
variety
you
of
came
these
here
actions.
knowing that you were going to be turned off, that these tariffs were going to be turned off, why didn't you include that in your opening statement? Why didn't you reference that as part of your testimony?
Well, I don't disclose my conversations with the president, sir.
These were specific questions we asked you all along. What's the strategy? These are real consequences for the American people and small businesses. I had a group of small businesses in my office earlier today talking about the impacts of these tariffs on aluminum and steel. This is amateur hour, and it needs to stop. What does this even mean for your negotiating strategy? How are you in charge of negotiation if the president is tweeting about this from wherever the hell he is?
The president was elected, and he runs the trade policy, and I advise him and execute his trade
Who
policy.
executes the trade policy?
I execute the trade
Did you
policy.
know
for the president.
that this was happening?
We have been discussing all kinds of
And there's another
options.
member of the cabinet, Bessent, who just canceled coming to the Hill to avoid talking about the market because it's in turmoil. This in just days because there was no strategy, there was no plan. The president chose to take actions that he didn't even have the authority to take. He's put our economy in disarray and near collapse. We have small businesses and Americans who are concerned about their well-being, people's retirement, people's 529 accounts went down because of this administration. We have people that are planning to send their kids to college this fall. People who are retiring whose benefits have declined. Is this market manipulation?
No.
Why not? If it was a plan, if it was always the plan, how is this not market manipulation?
It's not market manipulation, sir.
Well, then what is it? Because it sure is not a strategy.
We're trying to reset the global trade system.
You're-
It has
and-
offshored,
and what-
offshored
and-
all of our
and
factories.
what has that
and
done?
offshored all of
How
our
have you
jobs.
done? How have you achieved any of that? But to enact enormous harm on the American people, which was our concern from the very beginning. Tariffs are a tool. It can be used in the appropriate way to protect U.S. jobs and small businesses. But that's not what this does. So if it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What billionaire just got richer? And all the while, there are not even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. But meanwhile, the speaker is rushing to the floor to pass a budget reconciliation to screw America by passing the biggest tax cut in history on the backs of the American people. WTF? Who's in charge? Because it sure doesn't look like it's the trade representative. You just got the rug pulled out from under you. I wish I could feel some empathy, but the empathy I have is for the American people whose very well-being and livelihoods are being affected. This is not a game. This is real life. I yield back.
Let the record reflect that there's more Republicans in this chamber than there are Democrats currently in this committee room. There's 6 of us, there's 5 of you. So let's make sure we get the facts right. I appreciate the president did not blink on China, as was said earlier, and it needs to be corrected in the record. In fact, he increased China by 125%.
Would you yield, Mr. Chairman?
I do not.
Can we have a colloquy?
No.
We don't want to talk about the trade policy here in the Trade Committee. This is our jurisdiction.
Your time has expired, and I'm more than happy to talk to you.
I asked if you would yield.
And I said no.
Because you don't want to defend the policy or the strategy. Kick me out. What you gonna do? Kick me out of
Mr. Yakum, you're recognized.
偷偷告诉大家，我最近发现了新法宝 Royal Face 逆时奇迹系列，它有活肤露、全效精华，还有精华霜。尤其我皮肤比较偏干，所以我非常的注重保湿。保湿做得好，肌肤自然丰润。提亮肤色更年轻，抚平皱纹超有感，而且气色变好。用心保养，每天都更美一点。美吧。